So Lego sets go up in value over time after they're no longer available in retail stores. And every year, right around this time of year, Lego investors, people who buy Lego sets to hold them as the values increase, they all get pretty excited because we're coming into the holiday season, the holiday period of the year, which is Q4, right? Quarter four of the year. And it is the time when a lot of Lego sets start to retire. It's also the time when a lot of deals are available out there. So Lego investors can buy Lego sets at great prices right before they retire and then hold them as the values increase. So it is important for us as Lego investors, of course, to look at what sets do we want to buy in the next few months, right? In September each year, it's a good time to start making our hit list, start figuring out exactly what sets we want to buy. And that's exactly what I'm going to do today in this video. Now, I'm actually going to make 3 different videos. So this is going to be a video series of Lego sets that I am buying as an investment. These are sets that I actually have researched, ones that I think are going to perform really well as an investment and that I personally am putting my own money into as an investment. I'm going to share them with you here in 3 different videos. The reason I'm making 3 videos is because I want to look at different price points. So depending on your strategy with Lego investing, you might invest in low price sets like Speed Champions and Brickheadz. You might invest in high price sets like Disney castles and Hogwarts castles. So I've decided to break this up into 3 different videos looking at different price points and Lego sets that I am investing in each of the price points. Today we're going to look at the low price sets. These are Lego sets under $30 in MSRP. So this includes the low price sets that you can buy as an investment. And I'm going to share 3 different opportunities that I am currently buying that I think will do really, really well. Now, I do want to just call out this is my own opinion. I'm just sharing what I think about these sets, and everybody should make their own decisions on what sets that you want to buy as an investment. If you like these kinds of videos where I share Lego sets that I'm actually investing in, please make sure to hit that like button down below to let me know. And with that, let's jump right in here and start talking about some of these Lego sets. And first up, this may not be a surprise to some of you out there if you're already involved in the Lego investing communities. This is the Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts First Flying Lesson. An incredible set. This is set number 76395 with 264 pieces in this one. It's got 5 minifigures if we count this statue that's on top of the set here as a minifigure. And this includes a golden edition, anniversary edition of Professor Quirrell. So it's actually got a bit of a collector's item inside the box here. We have, of course, Madam Hooch, Draco Malfoy, and Neville Longbottom. It's a really important scene in the first Harry Potter movie, and Harry Potter collectors are going to want to pick this one up. They may not have much longer to do so because it is retiring at the end of 2022. And when this set does retire, it will have had a pretty short shelf life because it was only released last year in June of 2021. So that will be a shelf life of around a year and a half after this one retires at the end of 2022. Also, this set has been exclusive, so exclusive to Kohl's in the US, which is just one retailer, of course. You can't buy this set from Target, Walmart, or Amazon. You need to go to the Lego store or Lego shop at home, or you need to go to Kohl's to pick this set up. That will mean that less resellers are going to have this set in the aftermarket. That is going to lead to less supply being out there. As a result of that, we could see the demand outstripping the supply, leading to that price going up faster. Now, that is all well and good, but the downside, of course, on this set is it is hard to find at a great price. Sometimes with these exclusive sets, there is less reason for the retailers to drop the prices and do dramatic sales and promotions on these sets because Kohl's are the only ones that are stocking it, and Lego themselves, they don't typically discount all that much. They do every so often, but only when they really want to liquidate stuff, and they're not doing that with this set right now. So it is hard to find this at a fantastic discount. And in the US, you will be able to get Kohl's Cash and different things like that to actually pick this up in Kohl's. You need to get a little bit creative if you want to get a good price on this. Regardless, I think this set will do extremely well. The price is likely to go up quite a lot because of that constrained supply. So if you can get a good deal on it, you can buy it at a price that you're comfortable with. I think this one could do quite well, and it is definitely one that I am looking to pick up over the next couple of months, and I've already started buying. So let's talk about some of the numbers on this. This is an MSRP of $30. If you could pick it up for 20% off, then you're going to be getting it for $24, Now, I expect to sell it at around $60. I'm selling in the US market on Amazon, so the numbers will vary depending on where you are selling, what market you're in, and what platform you're going to use. So it's worth kind of doing a little bit of your own research on some of your expected selling prices. But for me, I'm looking at selling this at around $60, and I expect it will get there within 12 to 24 months. The profit per unit on this one would be $27 if I sell it for $60, and if I bought it at that 20% off price of $24, that would give me a return on investment of around 112%. So again, I'm paying $24, I'm selling it for $60. After I pay my selling fees and those kind of things, I'm going to make $27, which is 112% return on investment. Even if I can't get it for 20% off, I'm still doing pretty well at these numbers. But again, you need to kind of think about where you're selling and what the market is, especially for Harry Potter sets and different things like that, on whether or not these numbers would ring true for you. But this is my expectation. Either way, I do feel that this set has a lot going for it, being an anniversary Harry Potter set, and a great price point, and depicting such an important scene in the movie, but having supply that is constrained. So that is the first pick here. That is Hogwarts Flying Lesson, and I think this set's going to do really, really well. So moving into number 2 now, and of course I had to mention a Speed Champions set, because Speed Champions is one of those themes that LEGO investors just love. It's not perfectly consistent because sometimes Speed Champions sets don't do as well as we expected them to, but when they do well, they do very well. And this year is going to be an interesting year for Speed Champions because we only have one set that is retiring in the kind of usual lineup of 3 sets for $20. The other sets have been pushed out to 2023, so they're sticking around, but the McLaren Elva is retiring this year in 2022. Now, it remains to be seen what this means for the prospects of this set as an investment. On one hand, the fact that the other 2 have been pushed out, it means that there is a chance that more LEGO investors and resellers are going to stock up on this McLaren Elva set, and therefore the supply might be a little bit larger in the aftermarket on this set than it usually would be on a range of Speed Champion sets, because the supply gets distributed a little bit more across the other sets. However, the flip side of that is, of course, the demand also may be high on this set, because as people continue to buy the other sets next year, there's a chance that they're going to want to go back and get the McLaren Elva that they missed out on so that they complete the lineup, because Speed Champions has a lot of collectability involved, and most people, when they start to buy some Speed Champion sets, they want to build out a collection. They want to lay the sets, completed sets, side by side on their shelf, and there's a chance that some people who buy the Jesco next year are going to want to buy this McLaren Elva to sit next to it on the shelf, and therefore they're going to have to go to eBay and Amazon and Bricklink, and they're going to have to buy it in the third-party market because it's not going to be available in retail stores. So I definitely expect the supply will be larger on this than usually it would be on a range of 3 Speed Champion sets, but I also expect that the demand could also be there on this set. So in my opinion, it still could do quite well. Now, the set released in June of 2021, and when it retires at the end of 2022, it will have had a shelf life of around a year and a half. It has 263 pieces and 1 minifigure, nothing kind of strange there. It's kind of what we come to expect with Speed Champion sets, and it's a $20 set. Now, the other interesting thing to note is that future lines of Speed Champions are going to have higher prices, right? So LEGO Group recently raised the price on the newer lineup of Speed Champion sets. This one will be retiring with a lower MSRP of some of the newer Speed Champion sets. This could impact the ability or the willingness of the general public to pay higher prices for Speed Champion sets, because they'll become used to paying those higher prices. And so I think that the McLaren Elva could benefit from a little bit more price elasticity or willingness to pay, flexibility of the general market when it comes to the price. And I think that that could help when it comes to the price going up over time after the set has retired. So what are my expectations on the set? Again, this is set number 76902, and the MSRP was $20 on this. If you could get it for 20% off, which most people should be able to do on this set, it's not hard to find at a discount, you'd be paying $16 on it. I expect the sale on this to be around $50 within around 18 months. It could actually be within 12 months. around $50, and I don't think that that's too much of a stretch. Again, if it does get way too much supply, it could take a little longer to get there. It could actually take 2 years to get to that $50 point, but I expect that it will get to somewhere around that region. The profit per unit will be $26.50 if we picked it up at $16. And when we account for our selling fees, that will be a return on investment of around 165%, because of course we'd be making that $26.50 in profit. We'll also be getting our $16 back that we paid for the set, and a return will be 165%. So McLaren Elva, I think, has potential, right? It's a speed champion set. It is, a really nice set, and I'm a big fan of the set in general. I think it looks great, and the demand has been super, super strong on it. It remains to be seen if the fact that it's the only one retiring will lead to oversupply. But either way, I think it has the possibility to do quite well. I'm moving into the third set that I'm going to point out here in the below $30 price point. Now, I should say there's many other sets that I like in this price point. Below $30 also includes some of the Minecraft sets, some of the Ninjago sets. There's a handful of other Brickheadz sets. There's a lot of sets out there that we could be looking at in this price point that I think are going to do very, very well. But the other one that I wanted to point out here that I think is just a complete no-brainer is, of course, a Brickheadz set, and this is the Demogorgon and 11 Stranger Things Lego Brickheadz set. So this one, what can I even say about this one? We all know what happened with Stranger Things this year, right? Stranger Things Season 4 was released. It led to a lot of new fans, a lot of buzz around the world, around Stranger Things in general. And there were only 2 Stranger Things sets out there for Lego fans to pick up. That is, of course, the Upside Down, which retired at the end of last year and currently sells for incredibly high prices. And this one, the Lego Stranger Things Brickheadz set. For the first half of the year, I kind of expected this set to get pushed out in terms of the retirement date. I thought that they would eventually say, let's not let this one retire this year. Let's push it out and keep it on the shelves until 2023. It doesn't seem like it is getting pushed out. As of today, the most up-to-date information that I have is that this set is still retiring in 2022. In my opinion, the demand on it is so strong that there's only one trajectory for the price of this set in retirement to go. And that, of course, is up. I think this set could perform extremely, extremely well because of that demand. Now, the set was released in February of 2022, and by the time it retires in December of 2022, it will have had a shelf life of around 10 months, which is around average for the Brickheadz theme. They typically don't stick around very long. The fact that this is sticking to that theme average, in my opinion, is a good thing, right? If it was kept around much longer, then there's a chance that there's more time for people to stock up on it, and the supply might be a little bit higher in the aftermarket. I think the short shelf life, coupled with the strong demand, is going to lead to this being completely undersupplied in the aftermarket, which of course will lead to that price going up pretty quickly. Now, this is helped, of course, by the fact that Brickheadz sets are typically hard to find, right? They don't exist in all of the different retailers. A lot of the times you can't just walk into a Walmart and buy this set on the shelves, and a lot of collectors go to the Lego store or Lego shop at home to buy Brickheadz sets. So that will lead to it being a little bit harder for resellers and Lego investors to build a large inventory of this set, and again, that's going to lead to lower supply in the aftermarket. So what are my expectations on this in terms of the numbers? Again, it's a $20 retail price, and if you bought it for 20% off, you would have got it for $16. Now, I expect the sale on this to be $60. I know that's quite high. Some people might think it's not going to get the $60. And again, this is on Amazon US. In different markets, it may not hit 60, but I still think it's going to do really, really well as an investment. Profit per unit, if you sold it for $60 after paying your selling fees, will be $35, and a return on investment of 218% if it does reach these numbers. And again, these are just my opinions, what I think it's possible that could happen with this set within 12 to 24 months. 218% return on investment on the Demogorgon and 11 Lego Stranger Things Brickheadz set. If you could get it for 20% off, if you could get it for 30% off or greater, you're doing even better. If you need to pay full MSRP, then the numbers are going to be a little bit lower, especially if you have to pay tax on that MSRP as well and different things like that. So it depends on your circumstances. But this set has a lot of potential, right? It has a ton of potential. If it does go ahead and retire this year, I expect it's going to do very, very well. And for me personally, I'm definitely buying this whenever I can. I don't expect to be able to build up a massive inventory of this set. Again, it is hard to buy in quantity. But either way, I think it's going to do great. So this is 3 Lego sets below $30 that I think could do great as an investment. Now, if you want to learn a lot more about my Lego investing strategies and how I run a 6-figure Lego investing business, I have a private membership called Brickbucks Ignite, and within that membership I share private behind the scenes content, and I share a lot more about the specific Lego sets, and actually not just sets I'm buying, but my actual top sets, right? The ones that I'm most excited about overall. We also have some tools and bots inside the group to help people with the research, and we do monthly meetups and brainstorming sessions to keep everybody on track and make sure that everybody has all of their questions answered when it comes to building a Lego investing business. So if you want to join Brickbucks Ignite, there is a link in the description down below, so make sure you grab that, because coming into Q4, I definitely think that the extra help and support could be beneficial to any of you out there who want to take this thing seriously. And if you found this video useful, again, please do hit that like button to let me know. In the next video, I will be talking about the next price point and which retiring sets I'm buying in that price point, and look out for that over the next couple of days. With that, thank you so much for watching. I'm Shane from brickbucks.net, and I will see you in the next one.